Hi. So, I totally know what you're thinking. Where is the Volkswagen collection? I mean, you really don't care that there's a dog in my face. I get it. But the Volkswagen collection, well, I edited the whole thing. And it was like 2 hours long. And nobody wants to watch a 2-hour long video, right? I don't. Can you see me? My face is right here. Right here. His is right here. So, 2-hour long video. Who's gonna watch that? I'm not. There's no possible way I am gonna watch a 2-hour long video. So, hi there. So, I'm breaking it up. I'm not breaking up with you. I'm not. Our relationship is gonna be a lasting one, I promise. I'm breaking up the video. So I'm gonna break it up into sections. And this first one, we'll try to make it 15 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna continue to do... Okay, so I might do my intro maybe 1 or 2 more times. Hey, that's not a toy, it's my microphone. Just because it's fuzzy doesn't mean it's stuffy. You're not taking the stuffing out of that. So, anyway, the intro I'll probably do 1 or 2 more times, and then I'm going to make a new one. Making a new one is quite a lot of work. So is filming with a dog, apparently. Yuck. All right. So anyway, here's part 1. Hey, you didn't do a very good job helping me intro this. You know that? You were supposed to help. You did a terrible job. Okay, don't lick my hand. Go away. Get out of here. Dogs. They're so weird.
Hey there, YouTube. We are heading out today to a very, very unique collection of Volkswagens. One of those is the Harlequin Golf that I spoke about in the last video, but this should be really, really cool. I'm super excited. So I'm here at Craig's. We just met up with him, and he's going to show us his collection. This is going to be really, really cool. Everybody meet Craig.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
Well, I've been doing some work right. I'll have to get my glasses.
Oh, cool. I think we're going to maybe check out the shop first.
We'll check out the shop first,
okay?
And we'll continue.
Awesome. So we're going to check out the shop, and Craig builds MG bodies. And I believe he said that the last body went out last week.
Yes.
So,
did you get that video?
Yeah, I did.
My friend of mine, Darren McEwen, did that.
Oh, perfect.
He took, as long as you got it, correct?
Yep, I got it.
He helped me put it in that Eurovan to take it down to Mansfield. That's where it ended up. So at least you know what they look like.
Yeah, that was really neat. That was really cool.
So
we got a CNC router even.
Yeah, of course. I had it. Well, I have a lot of Stone Age equipment. Let me shut the door here.
That one's not Stone Age.
I have a lot of Stone Age equipment.
And are these for an MG that you were cutting out?
No, those are fishing lures.
No, really?
Yes, a friend of mine makes fishing lures to catch muskies.
How cool!
Big fish, and I route him. They're over here.
I actually see.
route him these by the thousands. These are like blanks.
Oh, look at that!
And then he takes them from here, and he shapes them up, paints them, put hooks in them, and a lip and all.
And this balsa wood, huh?
This is a cedar.
Cedar. Oh, okay.
This is cedar.
Yeah, it's pretty good with water and stuff too.
Well, yeah, it's a certain deal. And this is my Stone Age equipment and my Space Age equipment.
Yeah, this is really neat.
And I had to get modern, so I needed a CNC router.
Sure.
And here's the program, and there's what I routed. I routed these today for him.
That's really neat.
And I'm constantly routing these fishing lures, or he calls them baits.
Huh. How cool is that?
So plus we route dashboards on here too. The old MGs had wooden dashes, and basically I have like a fixture to hold a piece of wood, and it routes it.
And are those some of the fixtures you have over there for the dashes?
Yes, correct. Those are holding. There's a dashboard we used to make right there.
And is this like a laminate?
That's no, it's wood veneer. It's burl walnut veneer glued on a piece of plywood.
I'll tell you what, that is beautiful wood too.
And this is an aftermarket. Actually, it's an aftermarket item. And this MG never had a dashboard this fancy, but people like them.
That.
It's called burl walnut with a high gloss finish.
That's gorgeous. That's like a piano.
Yeah, it is. It's like a piano finish.
Wow.
Yeah, and here are other fixtures. This is for Triumphs. The Triumph dashboard, the TR6s, made in the 60s. That's the dashboard. That's a holding fixture for it.
Wow.
And the blank goes on here, and it routes it all, and the machine routes it all. Then they get finished and sent off to a supplier. And here's, in fact, here this fixture is for this.
Huh, that is so cool.
And then more fixtures and jigs. And so, yeah, this is, well, I had to get modern, as I said. I couldn't make these by hand.
Right.
You got to
That would
get with
take
it.
forever.
And I've
here's
had
another.
this stove for quite a while. When did I bought my first one in '89.
You got another dash panel here.
Yeah, that one got screwed up because the hose kept hanging up. So I finally just clamped the dashboard on here so the hose doesn't get caught on the end of the router.
Oh.
When it gets caught, it gets this thing unindexed in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
So,
That's a really neat machine.
Yeah, it is. It just, well, you know, it's just a 3-axis router, you know, and here's the bit and just routes these things.
I know a little bit about multi-axis machines.
Okay, good. Yeah, this is actually, it's a Gerber. It's made for the sign industry.
Oh, okay.
But I don't make signs. I used to work making signs, but letters. But now we just use it for, you know, dashboards and stuff like this.
Wow. I do aerospace machining, so we work with 5-axis. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I couldn't afford that. I don't need it.
No, they're expensive.
They're expensive. This is ample for what we do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks perfect. I mean, it's perfect size for the shop. This is really neat.
Yeah, correct. It fits right down here, and here's the computers here. This runs the router. There's the wood shop is here. I got my table saw and sander and joiner, and I got over here a shaper. And there used to be 3 of us here. And the gal that worked with me, she used to work this bench. She did all the dashboard work.
Oh, wow.
And all the shipping. She retired about 1.5 years ago. And my partner just retired because he got old. And so it's just me now. And there I got all these are going to be dashboards eventually.
Wow.
I got to put veneer on these pieces of plywood, and they get routed.
Wow. So you're using all cabinet grade plywood for that?
Yes, as original. Yeah, correct. It's Baltic birch plywood.
Yeah.
And here's our laminating press. You know, you put veneer on it, you stick them in here. You put air on this. This comes down.
How much pressure does that have?
Well, it's variable. It's I can put in 140 pounds if I want. You only need about 80 pounds to press these things.
Wow.
And you put them in here and you press them and take them out the next day, and then you route them.
The veneer that you use, does it already have the clear coat on it, or is that something you have to do?
Somebody else does that, right? They're finished later.
Okay.
There's a fella down in Kent, Ohio, that does. He's a body shop. He's got a body shop and does painting, and I know him, so he does the finishing.
Is that like an automotive clear coat that goes on it then, or?
It's a special mix. It's
Okay.
a high gloss polyester made just for dashboards.
Oh, wow.
Because it's got to be somewhat flexible, because these cars get outside, the temperature changes, it's cold some days, it's hot, and they get rained on occasionally.
Wow.
So it's just certain, the finish looks like that. It's a high gloss finish.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
So that's the shop. Then I built, while it goes on, then I built a finishing room, which you don't finish much anymore. I just store stuff in here.
Oh, yeah.
It's a separate room for finishing. And then I got ambitious.
Well, by the looks of it, you've been ambitious your whole life. You built a house by hand. It's a beautiful house.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I that's what I do. It's just the way I am. I don't sit at a desk, you know, selling insurance. Put it that way. I do stuff.
Oh, you do have lots
I do it my whole life. So then we built an annex. Built the annex. It's called back in 1980, and that's when my partner came down, and he was in a body shop doing sheet metal work, and I was doing cabinets, so we combined them to do coach work. Because the bodies were made out of wood and sheet metal. And the last one that you saw was here.
Oh, yeah.
And well, it was right here actually, but we had taken it off of this jig and put it on this one. Darren walked around it for you.
Yeah, you got a nice video too.
So, correct, and I have one of these cars, and so does my partner.
I'm sure you guys caught it already, but we have one right here.
to build 3 of these bodies at once. So we had 1, 2, and 3 of these positioning jigs set up, or we call them slave chassis. We build the bodies on those. And well, they're the last one left.
Wow.
You just can't. Well, we had to stop. My partner, he's 82, and he just couldn't do it any longer. And we had a hard time getting the last one out of here. But we've built about 175 of those bodies over the years.
Wow.
You know, there are 10,000 of one model, and they made 30,000 of another model. That's 40,000 cars.
So how many would you say are left?
And that's the biggest mystery in the world. Nobody knows.
Okay.
More than people think.
Yeah.
They're out there. We don't know how many were left. Besides the dashboards. Well, hey, you can start with that. Those are original VW posters
Super
out of
cool.
a VW dealership back in the late 50s. Those are the late 50s and early 60s transporters. And I got those from a VW dealer back when I was in high school. And I framed them, and I wasn't real careful back then. And they kind of show it. They got torn.
Oh, I'm
out.
sure they're still pretty valuable though.
They still are. Those are the real McCoys.
Yeah.
And what got me started in all this, my dad bought a bus just like that back in 59. And what I have in my basement is one of those, which you'll see in a bit. But that's what got my dad drove
Is that
one.
the 23 windows?
Yeah, 23 window, right. It's the Deluxe Microbus, which you'll see. It's chestnut brown and sealing wax red. And those are the valuable ones.
I was gonna say that's a really rare one. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then they went from that color, and then they went to white top and the red bottom.
Wow.
And later on, but the Deluxes had the sunroof and the skylights, as you can see there. See, you open that up and you can stand up and go on a parade.
That's actually something that I didn't know.
Yeah, right. And the standards were like that one there. See, and
Oh,
there's
yeah,
no
sure.
sunroof or skylights, and there's no rear windows in the back. And most of them were standards. And Deluxes were made, but not nearly as many as here's a standard too. See, there's no rear windows and no sunroof and skylights. And then, of course, they made panel deliveries, and they made pickup trucks too. See the size of pickup trucks?
Pickup's really cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sides all fold down. Well, I got one of those too.
Oh wow.
But it's a Vanagon pickup, not a first generation. So panel deliveries.
Super neat.
Yeah, correct. And of course, this picture is unique. They show a Beetle
Oh, sure do.
and a Carmen Ghia,
Oh, Carmen Gias. Wow.
along with a pickup truck, a panel delivery. They show them all here: standard and a deluxe, and a combi. Kind of neat pictures. Well, anyways,
That's really
there's
cool.
that.
That is really cool.
Let me show you a few dashboards. We've had a lot of dashboards over the years. These are all jobs that we have going.
Oh, that's beautiful.
All right, here's the dashboard. This is for a customer. This was routed. It's called Curly Walnut. You can see the little curl. See the curl in it?
Mm-hmm.
And they're book matched, meaning there's 2 successive pieces of
yeah,
veneer
flipped over.
up like a book. And this side, see the streak, it matches on both sides. Then they were trimmed out with chrome trim, and I had the chrome trim reproduced, and I put it on, and then we'll put all the stuff in it, and the customer gets back a complete dashboard ready to go in his car. So there's one. It's got the guy's name, Bennett French was his name, and I know it's a TC, MGTC, the chassis number, and this is waiting for something. There's one. Let me show you a couple others. Power. See what his looks like. Yeah, okay, that's another one that's similar. This is a little fancier wood. You can see the nice grain, on both sides. This is also curly walnut. But the book matching they did that originally. The English did a lot of book matching of walnut. You could take smaller pieces and open them up and make a beautiful dashboard, because the dashboards are symmetrical to begin with.
Wow. It's very easy to tell that you take a lot of pride in your work.
Well, thanks. Well, yeah, we really got into this. Let's look at one more. And then we'll continue. Now here's another one similar. Beautiful. It's about the same. I got one that's really fancy. I think it's up here. No, it's not. It's a fabric dash. Well, I got the idea.
Yeah, that was really neat. Wow.
All right, so I know you guys may have been expecting to see just the Volkswagen collection. You know what? Craig is such an interesting person that I had to ask him a million questions. And some of the questions I asked him were questions I already knew the answer to. But I couldn't help but ask him just to find out what he would say. He is an absolute craftsman. People like him are missing from this world. We really don't have many left. And it would be an amazing thing to see someone like him continue on. So what I'm doing here is I didn't want to just do the Volkswagen collection. I wanted to do a lot more. I really wanted to kind of get video of the house that he built with his bare hands. Of course, as he says, he did have some help. He couldn't do the foundation and maybe the electrical on his own. But he built that house. It's a massive, beautiful house. The interior is kitted out with some of the most beautiful cabinetry made by his hands. I mean, he is an absolute national treasure. You just don't come across people like this very often, and I wish we did more. Especially the younger generation, you just don't see people like him anymore. I want his legacy to continue on for as long as this video exists. So people can come back in the future and watch these videos and see someone like Craig did exist. Somebody that could build anything, that could make anything, and just made his way through life with his own hands. It just doesn't happen much anymore. And he is an absolute incredible person. I had so much fun on this and talking with Craig, listening to all of his awesome stories. And then when we got to the cars, which the cars will come in later episodes. And by the way, speaking of episodes, you'll see some parts on this where there's music in kind of some weird places. I don't think I can play Hall & Oates. I am going to upload this to YouTube and see if YouTube catches it. If they do, of course, I'm going to have to throw some music over that. If YouTube doesn't catch it, you guys are going to hear a little Hall & Oates in the background. I don't know what I should do with that. But you'll hear some music in some weird places, and that's the reason. But the things that I learned from him while I was there was just incredible. And the knowledge that he has and the passion that he has for the Volkswagen brand is unbelievable. What you guys are seeing here is something that you may never see again out of anyone. There are few people like him anymore in this world. And the people that are like him, that you just don't see, because all they do is work. They're not interested in being on camera or being filmed or any of that. It just gets in their way. These are people that just work. That's all they want to do is work. And that's all he's ever wanted to do. I mean, you see, he's making fishing lures for somebody so he can work. That's it. It's keeping him busy. He's working. And this is a guy that physically works at 30 years younger than what he is. And I can't say enough about the person that I talked to that day when I visited his house and his car collection. And when you do see his car collection, you're going to see some pretty rare Volkswagens. The truck, the pickup truck, once he gets that done, he did promise a ride, so we're going to go for a ride in that once it's done. Wait till you see that. I didn't know a Volkswagen Rabbit pickup truck even existed. So that'll tell you, it's pretty rare. I've never seen one. The 23 window bus, I knew what it looked like, but I had to ask him up on the sign because I wanted to see what he would say about it. I just wanted to get some more little tidbits of knowledge out of him, and I wanted to see what he would say, like the things that he says and explains, and the way he explains things is just, it's so interesting. It was so much fun being there. He's such a great guy, and I can't wait for him to see these videos. In fact, Craig is actually going to see these videos before any of you. I'll be leaving these videos private and allow Craig and maybe his family to have a private viewing of these before any of them go public. And Craig, thank you so much for allowing me to come and visit you and enjoy your collection and speak with you. I had a fantastic time. I really, really would love to come back when you get that pickup truck done and go for a ride, because I would love to hear more of the knowledge that you have stored in your head on the Volkswagen brand and the stories that you have, because you are an absolutely incredible person and you are a national treasure. Again, thank you so much for allowing us into your world and to see not only your cars, but also your shop and the work that you do. It was absolutely incredible. Everybody, thank you for watching. This is part 1 of a continuing series. We spent a good couple of hours there, and when I first edited this video, it came out to about 2 hours long. I'm not going to watch a 2-hour video. I don't think you guys will either. So, we're going to do this in parts, and I hope that you guys see the same thing that I saw with Craig when you watch this video. It's been over a month, and I'm still absolutely blown away at just talking with him and hearing the stories that he had and the things that he had to say, and just seeing the things that he's done with his bare hands. The cars that he's restored, the MG bodies that he built, the dash panels that he built, just all the things that he has done. The house that he built. Guys, I'm telling you, this house was absolutely incredible. It is a gorgeous house. You would think that a builder went in, a big high-end builder went in and built this house for him. But no, Craig did it. And it's truly amazing. And Craig is a truly amazing person. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Part 2 is going to be coming up soon. I'll try to get that edited this week and see if I can get up for you next week. Alright? I appreciate all of you watching. And if you would, hit the like button so that YouTube knows that people like to see this kind of stuff and they put it out there for everybody else to see. And also hit the subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get a notification when the rest of Craig's videos come out. I'm calling it the Volkswagen collection, but the reality is this is more of a video about Craig. So thank you for watching. Be kind, stay positive. Peace.